It's my first time that I've seen the Holy Light, and I'm very blessed by God to have seen it.
The different religions have different names. The Jews call the two arches together the Gate of Mercy.
Of the holy fire from Jerusalem will give peace all around the world. Jesus is risen.
Something strange is happening in Jerusalem, hidden in plain sight, behind centuries of stone and silence. The ancient Eastern Gate, sealed for nearly 500 years, is reportedly showing signs of movement. Locals whisper, watchmen observe. Could it be just shifting ground? Or is it something far more profound? For generations, prophecy has pointed to this very gate, the one through which the Messiah is said to return. Now, with unusual activity stirring around it, many are asking, is this a divine sign? Is the King coming soon? Stay with us as we uncover the mystery of the sealed gate and what its possible opening could mean for the world. There is a place in Jerusalem where time doesn't feel linear. It feels paused, hidden behind the rhythm of modern life, beyond the buzzing markets, the ancient stones, and the constant hum of devotion, is a gate. Most people walk past it without noticing, but for those who stop, who pause long enough to listen, there's something unmistakable, something sacred. It's called the Eastern Gate, also known as the Golden Gate, or to some, the Gate of Mercy. Set into the eastern wall of Jerusalem's old city, it is sealed tight, unmoved for centuries. To tourists, it's an architectural relic. To scholars and believers of biblical prophecy, it's something else entirely, a silent witness to eternity, waiting for a moment long foretold. The story of this gate isn't just stone and history, it's prophecy and politics, faith and fear. In the 16th century, Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent of the Ottoman Empire ordered the Eastern Gate to be sealed. No written decree explains why, but his actions spoke louder than words. Beneath the stones, he placed a Muslim cemetery, possibly as a spiritual barrier. According to Jewish law, priestly descendants cannot enter cemeteries without becoming ritually defiled. But what was Suleiman afraid of? Many believe he acted on whispers, echoes of Jewish prophecy that claimed the Messiah would enter Jerusalem through this very gate. To close the gate was not just a military or architectural move, it was symbolic. It was an attempt to prevent divine fulfillment. But history shows us, human hands cannot silence heaven's plans. The Bible never names the Eastern Gate directly, but its presence is deeply rooted in Scripture. In Ezekiel 43, the prophet sees the glory of the Lord entering the temple from the east. And earlier, in Ezekiel 10, he describes the departure of God's presence in the same direction. The pattern is clear: departure from the east, return through the east. Centuries later, that same direction bore witness to another quiet fulfillment. Jesus of Nazareth, on the eve of Passover, rode from the Mount of Olives into the city. He came not with swords or banners, but humbly on a donkey, just as Zechariah 9:9 foretold, "Behold, your king comes to you, lowly and riding on a donkey." That path would have led him straight through the Eastern Gate. Today the gate remains sealed, its arches filled with stone, its frame weathered by time but unbroken. And yet, something is shifting. In recent years, quiet reports have emerged. Tour guides and engineers alike have noticed small misalignments, stones subtly shifting, even dust falling from unseen cracks. Some claim to have heard deep groans from within the gate's core, as if something ancient stirs behind the silence. To many, it's erosion, foundation shifts, natural decay. But to those who watch the signs, it may be more than geology. It may be prophetic preparation. In Matthew 24, Jesus spoke of signs, wars, rumors, trembling in the earth, and voices crying from the wilderness. He said, "Watch, for you do not know the hour." He didn't call us to fear, but to awareness, to spiritual alertness. Directly across from the Eastern Gate rises the Mount of Olives, a place rich in both history and prophecy. It was here that Jesus wept over Jerusalem, knowing the peace they rejected. It was here he ascended into heaven, and it is here, according to Zechariah 14, that he will return. On that day, his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, facing east. From the mount to the gate, a divine line is drawn, a trajectory that stretches across centuries and into eternity, a path of presence, absence, and coming return. Isaiah 62:6 declares, "I have posted watchmen on your walls, Jerusalem. They will never be silent day or night." These are not just ancient words, they are active now. In every generation, there are watchers, not sensationalists, but those who see beyond headlines, who look not just with eyes but with discernment, who feel the rumbling in their spirit when prophecy begins to breathe. These watchers report what they've seen: tremors in the stone, fine dust falling for no reason, a weight in the air like something ancient is drawing near. Are they wrong, or are they hearing a whisper the world is too loud to notice? Jerusalem is not just a city, it is a spiritual epicenter. Mentioned over 800 times in Scripture, it is the past, present, and future stage of God's plan. From Abraham's offering to Solomon's temple to the final chapters of Revelation, Jerusalem is always central. Psalm 122, 6 commands, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Why? Because peace in Jerusalem is not just political, it is prophetic. It is a countdown, a sign, a center point for eternity. Could it be that we are again nearing a divine appointment, that the gate, long silent, is about to fulfill its ultimate purpose? In Matthew 24, Jesus used the image of the fig tree. When its leaves appear, he said, "You know summer is near." So also when you see all these things, you know that it is near, even at the door. That word, door, wasn't random. Could it be literal? Could it refer to the sealed eastern gate, trembling silently under prophetic pressure? When Israel was reborn in 1948, many saw it as the first leaf on the fig tree. Since then, the world has shifted. Earthquakes, spiritual awakenings, apostasy, conflict. But the most silent sign may be the gate itself, a structure built by man but destined for God's plan. Picture it, a gate unopened for nearly 500 years, a city layered with history, a world asleep in routine, and suddenly, the seal breaks. There may be no trumpet blast, no fire from the sky, just a simple event that reverberates in heaven, a gate opening not just in stone, but in destiny. And when it opens, what will it reveal? Not just a passage through a wall, but a king returning in glory, a moment where prophecy meets presence, where centuries of waiting are fulfilled in an instant. Are we ready? Because the signs are rising, the watchers are speaking, and the gate, it stirs. If you feel this message resonates with the times we're living in, don't just scroll past. Stay watchful, stay prayerful, because the King is not far. He is near, even at the gate.